There are a lot of health and wellness facts circulating the internet that we've come to know and believe. But my next guest says that many of those widely believed facts are actually false. So Studio 5 health contributor and nutrition expert Miki Eberhardt wants you to know the truth. She'll set straight some of the most common health misunderstandings for us today. So thank you.
Thank you. I would actually say these nutrition facts are nutrition myths.
Not facts.
Believed to be facts.
They're not facts at all.
Because they're shared so often, right?
Well, and that's how it spreads, right? Is this mostly through social media, do you think, or also word of mouth? How do these things spread so quickly?
I would say for sure that, like, influence on the internet, and also money's a driver. So, like, you know, if I'm selling something, or if I've done something that's worked really great for me, and now I want you to have the same experience I have, I can make money off of that. So.
Okay, so we have 8 non-facts that nutrition experts
myths
thought were facts, and the ones that we just want to go away. So we're going to clear them up for everyone. So first is one that I have heard and believed and tried. I'm not great at it, but not eating after a certain time.
Right. Like, I actually, over my 20-year career as a dietitian, I think this actually became really popular with Oprah.
Oh.
That this was something that she was big about and spread, and so we all, like, I mean, we love Oprah, right?
Sure.
So this one, like, not eating after 7 p.m. or something, it's not like at 8 p.m., Amy, our liver's like, oh, 8 p.m., I'm going to bed, here on out, everything goes to fat, right?
Well, I had always heard that, yeah, because you just then go to sleep, and then so everything just settles.
The reality is, I think where that guideline came from in the first place is most people aren't cooking up a plate of steamed broccoli at 10:30 at night,
Sure.
right? And if I've maybe under-eaten through the day, my cravings are heightened, we usually maybe not pick the best choices later at night, and that's where that initially comes from. However, we need nourishment every 3 to 4 hours. And so if I eat dinner at 6 and I don't go to bed till 11 or 12, I'm gonna need to plan for an evening snack. And that, rather than like just gearing up and dealing with hunger for hours, we can eat later if our bodies need it.
That's totally true, because I will get that 9 p.m. like bowl of ice cream or whatever. So yeah, you always have good healthy snacks, and
Yes.
we just need to incorporate that into the later hours.
Correct. Just plan for a good snack. Know you're going to need it, rather than be surprised by it and go to something that maybe not be as healthy.
I think that makes people feel better.
Yes.
Because I think people are kind of starving after a certain time. Okay, the second one is that high-fat foods are unhealthy.
Right, and I think we have moved on past the 80s and early 90s where it was like the fat-free craze. We all remember, those of us that are our age, Snackwell's cookies that were fat-free and full of sugar, but now it's more like fat is healthy. There are different kinds of fat, but we shouldn't avoid fat. You know, we want to maybe try and pick more plant-based fats that are good for our heart, less of the animal ones that aren't as good for our heart, but we don't need to have fat as something that we should always avoid.
Okay, and we know that, like, in general, just we're not avoiding anything altogether, right?
Thank you for
Okay,
saying
you're
that.
welcome.
You nailed it.
Okay,
You nailed
so
it.
the next one is talking about detox. So talking about a detox diet, cleaning toxins.
Yeah, and this is so interesting, Amy. This week, my 14-year-old asked me about, she's like, Mom, what do you think about detox diets? And it really made me think, like, which YouTube influencer was talking about this, is making money off of this, right? And when we think about this, Amy, like, who doesn't want to get rid of toxins in their body? Sure. I mean, I don't want them in my body, but the fact of this one is our bodies are set up to detoxify themselves. And anything that's a detox is a money pusher. Like, take my money, I'm gonna sell this to you. And some can be more harmful than helpful, because our livers are the detoxifier. And so if we wanna do better at helping our bodies get rid of toxins, take care of your liver. Be mindful of the amount of alcohol that you take in, the amount of those animal fats, and then sugar. Just too much can be harmful.
Okay, love it. She's helping us be healthy and saving us money every day. Okay, so eating eggs will raise your cholesterol.
This is like the ongoing one that I think is like,
they're good, they're bad, they're good,
yes,
they're bad.
Yes, and what will raise your cholesterol more than eating an egg every day is eating those animal fats consistently, those saturated fats. So the egg in general has a lot of nutrition in it. We don't need to stay away from it. We can include it. We don't want to be pairing it with bacon or sausage every time we eat it, or making it with butter. So how it's prepared and what it's served with is important. And then if you have diabetes that may be a higher risk for heart disease, just maybe incorporate some egg whites with the egg and be mindful of how you're cooking it.
Okay, awesome. And next you're talking about calories. This is one I hear all the time. All that matters is calories in, calories out.
I want to be very clear.
Okay.
Anybody who is still saying this, I would not listen to their advice.
Okay.
Because this is no longer the truth. This is so much a myth. And let me throw out a handful of things that contribute to weight science that are not calories at all. We have lack of sleep, menopause, thyroid issues, medications, depression, anxiety. We have muscle mass, aging, genetics. All of those things and many more come into play when it comes to somebody's weight. So no longer is it this equals this.
Okay, I love that because I think a lot of people feel, I don't know if it's guilt or shame that they're like, I'm doing everything
I hear
can.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm exercising, I'm eating. There's so many more factors that come into play.
And what about milk? So plant milk healthier than dairy?
So what I would say this is plant milk is different than dairy. Both can be a part of a healthy diet. Both fill different needs based on someone's individual allergies, protein needs, fat needs, different things like that. And so there isn't one that like, this is the better choice. It depends on the person. And if you ask me, what milk do I have in my fridge? I have both.
Oh, okay, good to know. You got to do what's right for you. And what about soy-based foods? So soy-based foods can increase your risk of breast cancer. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, so this is a myth that started a while ago and is still confusing to a lot of people. And it started because there were animal studies that were done where the animals were given high amounts of plant estrogens, which is called from soy, which is called isoflavones, and that produced this growth in breast cancer tissue.
Okay.
So that kind of made people nervous. But it does not translate over to humans.
Okay.
So, and we know that breast cancer is the most researched cancer that there is. And what we know today, Amy, is that actually including soy-based foods, tofu, tempeh, miso, edamame, is actually protective against breast cancer risk and also survival. So
okay. Know your difference between you and the animals.
You can include it.
And finally, that you have to be skinny to be healthy. And I would word that another way, like you're not healthy if you're not skinny. That's kind of how I hear
And I
it.
think if anyone has listened to anything I've said for the past couple of years, hopefully I've given enough substance behind this to really prove my point. And the reality is that we live in a time and a culture where size is so much more valued than actual health for our overall well-being. And I have screened thousands of people over the course of my career, and I have seen very unhealthy skinny people and very healthy people that live in bigger bodies. And so the reality is focusing on those habits that contribute to our overall health, not worrying about the size in our pants.
Okay, we just have to keep saying that mantra to ourselves. More smart sense from you. Where's the best place?
You can find me on Instagram at Nutrition by Miki.
Nutrition by Miki. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amy.
She keeps us on our toes.